I want to use my KAP Club voice to encourage all of you to choose one person or a group of people to spread the word to. I will show you how, by spreading the word, you can really magnify your own actions in the fight against plastic pollution. I will describe a little about my journey in the fight against plastic pollution, how my journey began and how, after 4 years, my actions are really starting to make a bigger difference. My family and I have always loved nature and wildlife. But I think I first really became aware of the terrible damage plastic is doing to our oceans and planet 4 years ago, when I watched Blue Planet 2.
The future of humanity, and indeed all life on Earth, now depends on us.
Since then, I have thought of myself as an environmentalist and a naturalist. I want to protect the environment, and instead of harming nature, I want to live in harmony with nature by reducing my carbon footprint, being plastic clever, doing regular litter picks, and by educating others to do the same. I believe that all wildlife is precious, not just the cuddly animals. I love them all. Also, all creatures and plants, however tiny, have an important role to play in our ecosystem. And it is up to us to protect the delicate equilibrium on which we all depend. The first thing I did was to design my own slogan, "The sea is not a dustbin," when I was 6. And I used it on my homemade badges to spread the word. I also won a local fancy dress competition after I designed my costume out of recycled plastic. The local mayor, who was also the environment portfolio holder for Devon, was so impressed that he used my photograph wearing my costume in talks he gave. I was asked by the Devon Wildlife Trust to run several workshops for young people, helping them to design their own badges and invent their own slogans to promote looking after our planet. At the local Sigma Folk Festival, I made use of the culture among Morris dancers to wear and swap badges when they tour the country to spread my message further, and also processed through the town at night with a dolphin I made with willow, netting and lights, along with a large version of my badge. I first met Amy and Ella Meek when I won a competition called 16 Under 16 to find the 16 most influential people under the age of 16 in the fight against plastic pollution, litter and other sustainably led issues in the UK. They invited me to join KAP Club. I have been very busy over the last few years. With everyone I meet and wherever I go, I always talk to them about how to be more environmentally friendly and how to help to save our world. I also write letters, make posters and give talks. I won't go into detail about most of it, but I do really want to tell you, today about what I have been doing this year, which I am really excited about. The Devon Wildlife Trust asked me to make some videos to promote their campaign 30 Days Wild. Whilst making these, I used the opportunity to encourage people to look after wildlife, such as feeding the birds and also do litter picks. I heard about the charity Clean Ocean Sailing, based in Cornwall. Steve had been working hard to clean beaches for the last 10 years. Last year he'd formed the Clean Ocean Sailing charity, trying to reach usually inaccessible beaches by boat and clearing up all the plastic waste. Lots of people joined up to help them by using small boats to clear it up. But in order to reach more remote beaches and clear up more waste, the charity needed a bigger boat. They have been restoring an 110-year-old schooner called Viennette in order to go fishing for plastic, not fish. They joined up with Strudels to launch a competition to design a sail for Viennette. I updated the picture for my original slogan, "The sea is not a dustbin," and entered the competition. I was contacted by Maxim Gelman, the founder of Strudels, who make eco-friendly tableware and in particular Strudel straws, a pasta straw that you can eat after you use it. This coincided with working to get my Cat Club Gold Badge Award. As I am home educated, I could not make my school plastic clever. As I am a Cub Scout, I set about making my Cub Pack plastic clever instead. When I spoke to Maxim about this, he was keen to sponsor all the litter picking equipment that my pack would need, including litter pickers, gloves and high visibility jackets. I soon realised that my plan to convert my Cub group to be plastic clever was something that I could be extended within my local scouting group to include beavers, scouts and explorers too. Perhaps I had better explain a little about how scouting works, in case you do not know. The youngest members of scouting are beavers, who join from the age of 6. Cubs start from the age of 8 and scouts from the age of 10.5. Explorers are aged 14 to 18. There are local scout groups all over the country. They're grouped into districts, such as East Devon. Scouting is based around 5 core values. These are integrity, respect, belief, care, and finally cooperation. I realised that 2 of the core values of scouting, care, which includes taking care of the world in which we live, and cooperation, where working together we can make a positive difference, show that scouting should be focusing more on climate change, the environment in general, and being plastic clever. Everyone in scouting is encouraged to earn various badges, which are then sewn onto their uniforms. There are lots of different types of badges, some specific to the age groups. For Cubs, There are nearly 40 activity badges, which cover everything from astronomy to gardening. There's an environmental conservation badge, which has on a section dedicated to recycling. Each badge has lots of sections that will need to be completed, and you need to give evidence of all that you have done to your leader. There are also 15 staged activity badges, so if you're really keen, you can work up to achieve high levels, just like the bronze, silver and gold awards in KAP Club. The most important badges are the challenge badges, which you have to earn to complete all of them to get the Chief Scout Award. Bronze for beavers, silver for cubs and gold for scouts. Having already achieved the high stage activity badge for community impact with my environmental work, and also the environmental conservation badge, I'm frustrated that out of so many badges, so few target climate change and environmental issues, and none of the really important challenge badges that you have to get for your Chief Scout Awards focus on the environment at all. All of these official uniform badges cannot be changed or added to. However, camp blanket badges can. As scouts move up through the age bands, their old badges get sewn onto their camp blanket. Local groups are able to release their own blanket badges for local initiatives or events, which scouts are also keen to earn. So when I spoke to Maxim, just like the KAP Club badges, which encourage its members to push themselves to achieve more, I wanted to give my local scout group an initiative to complete litter picks, so worked with Strudels to design 2 blanket badges linked to litter picks and Clean Ocean Sailing's goal of cleaning plastic from beaches. I helped to design 2 badges. If a pack completes 1 litter pick, they will earn their Ocean Helper badge. If they go on to complete 5 more litter picks, some of which will be outside scouting and with their family and friends, they can earn their Ocean Hero badge, which will encourage them to get more people involved. I also wrote to Bear Grylls, the Chief Scout, asking for his support, and also to try and increase the emphasis on climate change and being plastic clever and environmentally friendly in the official uniform badges. I received a letter back in which Bear said I was a great ambassador for the Scout movement and one of our true shining lights. He thanked me for making a stand to protect our future. Bear also asked me to suggest some questions that he could take to COP26 to ask the world leaders. And after sending in my suggestions, he replied saying that he would indeed propose them to the world leaders. When all the equipment and badges were ready, we contacted the local press and had a big presentation ceremony. There were speeches from the sponsors.
Alright, hello everyone. My name is Maxim, but my other name is also Mr. Strudel, like this little character on my back. And so basically, we're very, very happy to be here at this, like, as you heard, very historical moment, because we're starting today, we're introducing 2 new badges for you guys. 2 new blanket badges. One is an Ocean Hero badge and one is an Ocean Helper badge. So the Ocean Helper badge you're gonna get for 1 litter pick, not the one today, for like one you would probably do at your next meeting. And Ocean Hero is for 5 extra litter picks. So this is to encourage you and to learn how fun and easy sustainability can be. Because I mean, as Thomas taught you before, is to be plastic clever, to basically about those small little changes. So,
along with the District Commissioner for Scouting,
Thomas is an absolute inspiration to all of us with his really simple messages that are really clear about being plastic clever and about the sea isn't a dustbin. He's inspired his fellow Cubs, our leaders and people in our communities. We're incredibly proud to be able to call Thomas one of our Cubs, and he absolutely embodies the values of Scouting. So in Scouting we're honest, we're truthful, we speak up for our beliefs and we cooperate with each other and make friends to get things done. So we're just so very proud of Thomas and all he's achieved, and we're really pleased to be here tonight to say well done, Thomas.
I gave a speech. Hello, I am Thomas. I am 9 years old and I am an environmentalist and a naturalist. I'm passionate about doing as much as I can to help save the world and encouraging others to do the same. That is why I'm launching this new campaign. I want to make Scouting plastic clever, which means knowing the devastating impact of single-use plastic has on the world, knowing how to do something about it, and actually doing something about it. I have helped my Cub Pack here at First in Vale Scout Group to become plastic clever. All the young people in Scouting, just think of the huge difference we can make. And the Cubs all did a litter pick at the Cub site. There are 2 articles in the local press. One made the headlines, detailing all my plans. And the next week a second gave details of the presentation. Since then I was asked to give talks to the 2 beaver packs and converted them to be plastic clever. Some have gone on to do their first litter picks and have their first badges. Soon I'm going to get the other Cub Pack and the Scouts and Explorers on board, and litter picking too. Eaten by squid, which are eaten by tuna, which are then caught in fishing nets or on fishing lines, and then are eaten by us! Yum yum, microplastics for dinner. I have the full support of the District Commissioner, who oversees 10 scout groups in East Devon. So, from just me, the growth will look like this. 36 cubs in my pack will spread to my scout group of about 200. Then across 10 scout groups in East Devon, which increases the numbers to nearly 2,000. This is just for children. Hopefully their families will further increase the numbers involved. 350,000 children in Scouting in the UK and 54 million worldwide. The potential is huge. There are very few countries in the whole world that do not have Scouting. In the last week, UK Scouts have featured me in their blog encouraging actions to help the environment, and I appear in the current World Wildlife Fund Action magazine as a Scout ambassador. Also, as a result of all my environmental activism locally, I was nominated for a local initiative called the Sigma's Sustainable Champions Award 2021 and received a special Chairman's Favourite Award. I really do dream that my new Scouting initiative will really educate, encourage and influence everyone who has anything to do with Scouting to be plastic clever. Just like Amy and Ella are trying to get as many schools involved. As I said at the start, I am only small, but I am trying to reach out to make a big difference, just like Amy and Ella. And a lot of you are too. Hopefully my presentation will encourage every one of us to do the same. Just like my hero, Sir David Attenborough said, surely we all have a responsibility to care for our planet. The future of humanity and indeed all life on Earth now depends on us.